Hello, thank you so much for joining me. This is a reading for Capricorn from today, the 28th of February, right the way through to the end of the March. I want to call this reading really let the dust settle because it honestly does look a little bit like there's been a few ups and downs, I want to say. The first card you've got for this time period is the Five of Wands, and this can very much mean little petty squabbles, little petty arguments. It can also be like one thing after another. You get rid of one of these people with a wand, another one turns up, and it sometimes gets a bit much. It can also be people who sort of interfere, or people who think they've got something to say, or people who think they know best. And nobody knows best, really. You know best. So I want to say, try not to be arguing, try not to be getting involved with any dramas, try and just sort of take a bit of a step back, try not to maybe listen to other people, because they honestly don't know what's best for you. Only you know the answer to that. Okay, the next card you've got is the Four of Cups. Now, this is very much an emotional card, with all the dramas and everything what are going on around you. You could get into this listless period where you honestly don't know where's best to go or what's best to do. This can also be a card of being a bit bored, again, feeling a little bit emotionally unhappy with how things are going. This could also be a card of maybe not accepting any more cups because you maybe feel again you've got enough on your plate, or don't know what direction to go in. Hence why I feel the dust needs to massively settle a little bit this month. From that, we have this Two of Cups reversed up. You can see that clearly enough. This can sometimes mean a bit of a disconnect from somebody. There could be somebody that you had a deep connection with, who love you very much and who you love very much, like a partnership. This could also be like a love relationship, but equally it could just be your brother, or it could just be a friend, could just be somebody that you work with. But either way, or from that Five of Wands, I do feel there's possibly been an argument or a squabble or some petty little niggles that have caused this separation or this breakup. Well, not a breakup, just maybe a disconnect is what I want to say. Okay. From that, he comes in, this guy, as the King of Cups. So I actually do think, in all fairness, that this guy is quite a mature guy. I do think that he's also somebody who wants to help. I do think he's a very kind, considerate person. And I think, again, whatever squabbles or little petty arguments that there has been with this person, I do think that maybe you should just take a little bit of a step back and let this person help you, because he is a very kind and considerate person. Again, whether this has been something at work or this has been a romantic relationship, in all fairness, this guy's a pretty good guy, and he does have compassion and he does have consideration for you. And I just want to say, yeah, maybe, don't react a little bit. Maybe let this person help you. This could also possibly be a doctor who has got the ability to help you to find some solutions to get your health right. It could possibly be as well a counsellor or a therapist. So I don't want to say let the dust settle and maybe listen to this guy, because I do think, in all fairness, he can help you. Okay. From that, we have, for your enchanted map, we have goblins, and this could be these little silly thoughts that always go round in our head, that nothing ever works or nothing ever comes right, or that we're not good enough, or we're going to fail, or whatever this is. But again, it's just more nonsense really sometimes, and it is dead hard for us when we get caught up in dramas or problems to ever see like the wood for the trees. And that's why I honestly maybe think you should just try and not sort of get caught up in this. It's very, very easy to tell ourselves things. It's very easy to believe things that aren't true. So again, I would say maybe try and come out of this energy a little bit this month. Maybe again listen to this guy who can help you regardless of who he is. I do think he is worth listening to. The next card we've got is details. And if this person, in all fairness, is a doctor, I want to say, if he says something like, listen, take the pills twice a day for the next few weeks, I want to say maybe that would sort your health out a little bit, or that's the answer for you. Be listening to this guy of what he's got to say. That could also help you. Sometimes we can sort of forget the details, and in all fairness, a lot of things rest on that. If you was applying for a job, for example, and you missed off sort of some of your experience or how good you were, or these little details can have a massive effect. So maybe take some time to think about the details in your own life, what they can do for you, what maybe needs to shift, or maybe again just have a re-look at. This could also be if you're signing contracts, maybe again with this King of Cups, if this is a contract, that guy is a pretty damn good guy to work for. Again, if this is a relationship, maybe look at the details, maybe spend some time to think things through a little bit, okay? Because I think, again, we just need to maybe take a bit of a step back from the drama and have a bit of a rethink and let the dust settle a little bit, okay? And it is very, very, very easy for us to sort of react to situations, and I do that myself a lot, but I think sometimes it's just a bit of a step back, a deep breath, and count to 10, and that's possibly the answer. Okay, I hoped that helped a little bit for you. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the very, very best. Thank you, Capricorn.